Have you considered how your missing business systems may actually be costing you a ton of money? In this video, we're gonna do something completely different. I'm gonna share with you a conversation I had kind of spontaneously with a member of my own team, Ashley Rini, who's been helping with copywriting here at Chosen Course for close to a year. Ashley was sharing about how different it was to work with me compared with many of her other clients. What did it boil down to? Solid systems. Want to hear exactly why having messy systems is literally costing you money? Then here is the Insider's View conversation with Ashley, a member of my team, talking about what a difference our streamlined systems make to her ability to just get her work done. Listen in.
You're going in and you're seeing my Asana, and you're going in and seeing her Asana because you're working as a copywriter for both of us.
Yeah.
And serving on both of their teams. So what do you see that's different?
So when I go into your Asana, I see everything sort of laid out extremely clearly in terms of who needs to do what, when it's due by, who's responsible for what piece of the puzzle, right? So if a video is a big puzzle,
right.
Every single person's responsible for a piece or certain pieces, and like it all fits together.
Yep.
And when I go into her Asana, it's like just, when kids do a scribble pattern, it's just like that. It's like scribbling, and then you.
It's like 3-year-olds getting artistically creative.
Someone has to go in and pick it apart just so that you know which piece slots in where and how, and it's fine, and the work is great and I love it, but it's just it's not structured, and so that is a waste of time.
Well, so what do you think the actual consequences are of the fact that it's kind of chaotic?
I spend when I go in there, I probably spend about 10 minutes just going, what do I need to do here? What is needed? Who has this been done yet though? Where do I find this? How do I do that? Where are we at in terms of the whole project? Instead of just going in and going, okay, this is done, this has been done, I need to do this, opening it up and just going for it. So it costs, it's a money coster, right? Because I charge hourly. That's my deal. So, if that happens, 6 times a week, that's an hour that she's paying me just to look for stuff, just to sort of figure out where we're at in the process of something.
Well, and that's, first is just to figure out what am I supposed to be doing? And then secondarily, I think you were commenting before about how sometimes you have to just go hunt for the information beyond Asana, where it's where's this piece, or you have feeling like you're duplicating.
So where is an image? Where is how do I find information about this person that's she's interviewing? There's a lot of sort of different pieces that go into the writing, and there's so many different places that it's all kept, that you're sort of moving between different, I'm not well versed in this world. I write, that's what I do. Yeah. But I know that with you, everything's in one place. I know where everything is. And with her, there's about 5 different places, and I sort of have to, because I'm not, it's also interesting. Actually, that's a really interesting point, because for me as a writer, I think in words and language. I don't think in systems. Do you know what I mean? My brain doesn't work that way. So if you say to me, write this thing, but then you have to go and find everything in all these different places, my brain is just I don't understand. I just want to write. I don't want to have to deal with finding the stuff. Because then I have to email you or email the VA, or email this person, say, where do I find this? And that's more time. So it's just so much better when everything's in one place, you know where it is, and you can just go for it,
And think about it, because it's like, if you do have to go and email, whatever other members of the team, how much longer is completing that action going to take? Because now you're waiting for a response from so-and-so or such and such in order to be able to do the next step that you thought you were going to have banged out in a half an hour, but now it's taking 3 days.
Exactly.
Because it's like, okay, it took me another 24 hours to get a response back from them about that. And then it was an incomplete response, and I still couldn't find the it's like, that happens all the time, right? Like, that's
all the time.
Yeah.
So it's really, and so what I was saying was that why I love, one of the reasons I really like Asana is because I really love seeing the subtasks and the comments and seeing what's been done and what hasn't been done and where I fit into that. But if you're not using it properly, if you're not making use of that function, then it just turns into a bit of a mess, right? You can't.
And that's that difference between, it's like, the tool by itself doesn't solve the problem.
No.
You need to know how to effectively set it up in order to actually have the information flow.
And your team has to know how it's set up.
Correct.
As well. Like, your team has to know, okay, this is how we all work together.
Right.
Wasn't that fascinating? So if you are hiring team members, contractors, or employees to help with your business, that could be one-off projects or ongoing work, then time equals money. And when your team members are floundering around, unclear about what they need to do or what's most important right now, that's your money flowing right down the drain. And that's why I wanted to share this awesome conversation with you, to give you a clear sense from someone who is actively experiencing what a difference those systems make in her work with my company versus some of her other freelancing clients. If this conversation has got you thinking about what those missing systems are actually costing you and why fixing your operational systems so you can manage the flow of work for you and for your team is so mission critical, then you absolutely have to watch my awesome 5-part video series, The Road to Inspired Action, which you can find at chosencourse.com/I want more. It's time to start both saving you a ton of money and building your road to greater success by learning what it takes to escape the exhausted entrepreneur trap and step into your future as the visionary CEO. Are you ready, freedom lover? Let's make it happen.